In sports tonight, the Orioles open the exhibition season with a loss to Tampa Bay. The Birds have made several roster moves this week as opening day is little more than a month away. WJZ is at spring training in Sarasota. Sports director Mark Viviano had a chance to sit down with the man behind the Orioles roster moves, General Manager Dan Duquette.
At spring training, roster decisions come daily and they can come quickly. General Manager Dan Duquette is the decision maker for the O's, and he has decided that this year, this Oriole team is good enough to make another run at the playoffs. Dan Duquette enters his 7th season as the head of the O's front office, coming off the first losing year in his time in charge and headed toward a season of uncertainty.
This club is really at a crossroads. We got a number of players that are free agents this year that have a lot at stake.
Duquette himself may have his job at stake as he enters the final year of his contract. And while this year's Orioles team is predicted by many experts to miss out on the playoffs again, Duquette discounts those doubters.
The difference between winning and losing is 2, 3, 4 plays a game. And if you have the depth, you get a break, you have a pitcher come through, you sign a player that has a big year. You know, you have players that are in the last year of their contract and they perform above what they've done early in their career. You know, you don't know what can happen. So I think at this point of the year, we should have hope.
While Duquette clings to hope, others in baseball say no way. The O's should trade off their free agent assets and start over, a plan that's successfully been executed by the last 2 World Series champs, the Astros and the Cubs.
I'm not really into the rebuilding part. You know, like in the American League East, I don't know who rebuilds. You know, it's more like you reload and you get in there and you slug it out. With the big market teams, it's very, very difficult to throw up a towel and say, oh, we're going to rebuild.
I asked Duquette about his future now that he's entering the final year of his contract. He says the one thing that's eluded him in his career is a championship, and that's something he would like to achieve with the Orioles. I'm Mark Viviano in Sarasota at spring training.